How are y'all doing? I know I haven't done a video in a while. Oops, and this is really the reason. For those of you who follow me on other channels, you know that I was sick in November, and I'm better now. I'm doing great. I'm getting better. Oops, every single day. But this is my saxophone mouthpiece. This is a Sigurd Rascher mouthpiece that I use for everything, but it is a classical mouthpiece, for lack of better terms. You can see it's shorter. You can see also that it's an open chambered mouthpiece. But that's not why I'm showing it to you. I'm showing it to you because I'm going to clean it. Now, the thing is, I tell all my students, what you see on the top there is calcium buildup. I don't know how much of that's going to come out, but I am going to clean this mouthpiece. I tell all my students that if you've been sick, if you have something respiratory, or that maybe you have a stomach bug or whatever, it's always a good idea before you start using your mouthpieces again. Although I'm sure they're dry, you wiped them out or you've left them out and they've dried, it's always a good idea to make sure that you clean it before you start using it again. And I'm going to do that to this mouthpiece here in this video. I'm not going to put it in the microwave. I'm not going to put it in boiling water, but I am going to put it in some warm water and let it soak for a bit to see if I don't have to scrub it really hard, because I don't want to scrub it hard because I don't want to scratch it any more than it's scratched. This mouthpiece is probably, oh my goodness, at least 25 years old. So I want to make sure that I keep it in fairly good shape. As you can see, I use the Rovner ligature. It's a Rovner Dark. It's the one I use. I'm gonna wash it too, but I'm gonna wash it separately. All right. Again, thanks for tuning into the video. We're going to go ahead and get started with cleaning this mouthpiece. Okay. You see, I've got this little bowl that I'm going to soak my mouthpiece in. I'm going to use just some dishwashing soap here. Just a couple of drops, not a lot. There we go. And excuse the dishes. I guess that's my job. Since I started feeling better, I need to start doing dishes. So I'm going to put some warm water. Some warm water. Not hot. Again, you do not want to boil your mouthpiece because I've done that before when I was younger. It'll change colors and it'll distort the plastic or the rubber in the mouthpiece. So just warm. There you go. That's good. It's not hot. There you go. Now I'm going to take the mouthpiece. Hang on. Take the mouthpiece and I'm just going to drop it in there. There you go. Lukewarm water. Now I'm just going to leave that in there for a bit. Probably 10 or 15 minutes. Then I'm going to come back and check on it. All right. I was looking for a brush, but you know I got this one of those straw cleaners. It'll work great because it won't scratch the inside of the mouthpiece. We'll see that it's been soaking for a little bit, and even some of the calcium, because that's what that is for the most part. It's just calcium has gotten loose. So we're gonna scrub it and see what we can get done. Okay, if you remember, hang on, let me find what I'm doing here. There you go. If you remember that the mouthpiece had some calcium deposits here, and it still does to a little bit. There's always going to be some of that, especially when you have a 15-year-old mouthpiece. There's almost nothing you can do about it, and even on the sides there. You can see there's some calcium buildup there. I'm going to scrape off my finger, and I'll continue to work on that. But you can see that it's a lot better than it was a little bit ago, and that was just with some Dawn detergent and that little scrubby thing. Make sure that on those straw cleaners that you don't get the end of them scratching the interior of the mouthpiece, and you should be just fine. I also popped the ligature in the soap. It's leather, it's vinyl, so it's going to have to dry off a little bit. So I'm gonna work on this for a little bit and dry it off, and then I'll show you the finished product. Alrighty, here is the finished product. Again, you can see in the top there's still some calcium buildup, but what happens is the calcium that comes from your face, comes out of your mouth, sort of bonds with either plastic or hard rubber, and you really can't scrape it off without damaging the mouthpiece sometimes. But you can see it's a whole heck of a lot better than it was before, and I feel a lot more confident when I hook it to my instrument and start playing it. That whatever, if there were any nasties in there, they're not in there anymore. If you guys wanted to use some hydrogen peroxide or rubbing alcohol on it's fine. Now, I would not substitute rubbing alcohol with scotch. You know, liquor has sugar in it, and it's not a good thing. So, but there you go, finished product.